Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the Savvy Sales Lady Live. Today, we're going to bring down one of the smoothest sales pitches I've seen in my lifetime. These pitches were so good, or I should say, this pitch was so good, there were millionaires fighting over who was going to work with this man. Today, we're going to break down one of the smoothest openings I've ever seen on Shark Tank. Are you familiar with that show? I love it. And I'll show you how you can use the same technique in your sales calls. So we're going to talk about this little guy right here, the founder of Scrub Daddy. I love Scrub Daddies. It's the only thing I have used since it's hit the market. And this man is a genius. And I might add, this little product has sold almost $1 billion. That's right. That's the revenue so far, is almost $1 billion in revenue from this little thing right here. And the man who created this, the inventor, his name is Aaron Krause. Aaron Krause. And he was pitching Scrub Daddy, which is just a kitchen scrubbing tool. And he was asking for $100,000 for a 10% share in his business. $100,000, 10%. That's what he went on Shark Tank to try to negotiate and get. Well, I want you to watch closely in the first 30 seconds. Watch how he pulls in the sharks and who is the one that's really paying attention. So let's get to it.
Daddy of the Scrub Daddy, the cutest but most high-tech scrubbing tool in the world. Today, I'm seeking a $100,000 investment in exchange for 10% equity in the Scrub Daddy business. It's the greatest kitchen scrubbing tool you ever used because Scrub Daddy completely changes its texture by just adjusting your water temperature. Let me show you how that works. Here I've got some hot water. Here I've got some cold water. When I immerse the Scrub Daddies in the hot and cold water.
All right, I'm going to pause right there. So notice he didn't waste any time. And I want you to also notice he never talks about the technical part of Scrub Daddy. And I see this so often with salespeople that they get asked a question and they get into the minutia of every feature and benefit. Aaron doesn't do that. Matter of fact, he doesn't even talk about what the Scrub Daddies are made out of. He never even mentions the technical part of it. So I want to play that opening to you again and see how effective he is.
Hi, Sharks. I'm Aaron Krause from Philadelphia, and I'm known as the daddy of the Scrub Daddy, the cutest but most high-tech scrubbing tool in the world. Today, I'm seeking a $100,000 investment in exchange for 10% equity in the Scrub Daddy business. It's the greatest kitchen scrubbing tool you ever used because Scrub Daddy completely changes its texture by just adjusting your water temperature.
That's all he says. It completely changes texture by adjusting the water temperature. That's all he said. He didn't go into every little detail about the material, did he? So this is a good lesson when you're pitching. Only touch on the points that really matter, because you don't know that prospect doesn't want to know every benefit or feature. He only wants to know, or she only wants to know, the ones that will help solve her problem. So Aaron does a really good job in not getting down into the nitty gritty. He keeps it high level.
Let me show you how that works. Here I've got some hot water. Here I've got some cold water. When I immerse the Scrub Daddies in the hot and cold water, a complete transformation occurs. Now, to show you that, I've got 10-pound weights. Here, under the 10 pounds, it's soft and compressible, and that's like a sponge. That's for your gentle scrubbing applications. But here, check that out. It's hard and firm. That's going to be for heavy-duty scrubbing applications.
All right. Once again, he only tells the sharks high-level information about what's important. But what I want you to also notice all through this is Lori Grenier is really paying attention. All right. Why? Because I don't think Mark Cuban or Diamond or Kevin O'Leary or Robert, I don't think they've ever used a scrub pad in their life. Lori Grenier is a woman. She has used every kind of kitchen tool there is. So she sees the benefit in this. And Aaron knows the audience too. So he's playing up to Lori Grenier, and wait till you see the rest of this.
Burned on brown and gravy, tomato sauce, cheese, and mustard onto a glass stovetop and a stainless steel pan. I'm going to take the Scrub Daddy, and you're going to see it's just going to attack right into that burned on mess, scrubbing it right off. And remember, I'm just using water here. There's no chemicals at all, and it's going to cut right through that. It won't scratch any of your surfaces, but it will clean them beautifully. Now, Scrub Daddy's not really smiling anymore, so I'm going to put him here in the warm water, and in just a couple seconds, voila, he's back to bright, fresh, and clean every time. Sharp.
Now, how long did that demo take? 5-6 minutes at the most? And yet, when we are doing our demos, we drone on and on and on, and you're starting to see your audience glazed over. None of these sharks are glazed over. However, one in particular is really honing in, and that's Lori Grenier, because she's a woman and she has used scrubbing products. As I said, I doubt any of these men have ever scrubbed a stovetop counter or a pan. Let's continue.
That's not just another smiling face. You put it on your hand. You can get to the bottom and clean the sides in one move. And that smiling mouth, that cleans spoons, knives, forks, spatulas, even large serving spoons on both sides at the same time. Sharks, with your help, Scrub Daddy will be scrubbing and smiling in every kitchen in the world.
Okay, the other thing I want to point out is fun with your demonstrations. If you sell a product that requires a demo, have fun with it. Don't be afraid to, make it fun. Like he made this product fun because he put it in a smiley face. And it makes it different than all the other products out there that are scrub products. And believe me, as a woman, I have used them all, which is why after all these years, this is my go-to, Scrub Daddy. But Aaron makes the demo fun. They're laughing, they're smiling, they're nodding their heads. And that's what you want to achieve in your demos. Let's keep going.
Woo!
Wow.
Wow. Scrub Daddy.
I never witnessed a live infomercial.
That was fantastic.
That was incredible. Do you have samples?
I do.
Where are you selling this now?
Thank you.
Well, currently we have it in 5 supermarkets in the Philadelphia area. We also sell it on our website. I've been on QVC 3 times over about 3 months.
And how'd it go?
Fantastic. They've invited me back over and over.
Okay, now we're getting into the negotiation stage of this whole process. And I find this fascinating because Aaron is very strategic about when he answers and when he doesn't answer. So I want you to notice this. Too many times when we're selling a product, we think we have to jump in all the time and answer. And I want you to notice how Aaron does this when he doesn't answer.
And every time I go on, they reorder 30% more than the last time.
So Scrub Daddy is humming. And what were your total sales? QVC, wholesale?
Just north of $100,000. Only in 4 months.
Do you have a patent on this?
I actually have a patent. I have 2 more pending. We have the trademark. We have domain names.
Okay, Aaron. What do you need the $100,000 for?
What I want to do is set up an independent manufacturing facility with automated equipment.
Why do you need to go into your own facility?
The biggest problem is I'm on their time schedule.
Are you saying that you could be making more revenue if you were 24/7 making Scrub Daddies?
The way QVC is going, and we're just about to launch in a whole bunch of stores, we're going to need that capacity. And I have 18 years experience running a manufacturing plant that runs 24 hours a day.
Okay, he's going to get some objections here, and I want you to notice how he handles it.
I know exactly what I need to do to make this thing really efficient. And I'm looking to get a strategic partner who can open this up into the retail stores. I'm only in 5 supermarkets. That's it.
What's your cost?
The cost to make one's about $1.
What are you selling them for?
About $2.80.
Wholesale?
Wholesale. This needs to be in every supermarket, drugstore, Walgreens,
It's so
CVS.
expensive. Mrs. Slavinsky goes to the store and picks this off the shelf and says, hey, it's a piece of foam with a smiley face on it. It costs 2 cents to make in China. That's what she's thinking. Because a Brillo pad, which is traditional product, is what? A 20%?
You're comparing it to the lowest end of the lowest end. You take it up to the highest end. Talk about the ones like Dobie pads or other pads out there that are, brand
Scrub
names.
Daddy, I think you've done a great job today, but I don't know if it's...
Okay, so he starts to answer the objection, and Robert doesn't want to hear it. Robert's already made up his mind because Robert has never probably touched a dish in his life. So let's keep going.
going to work in retail. I don't buy into that vision. Just in the packaging, I just don't know if I see the difference.
Robert, it doesn't sell on a shelf, correct. But if you put it in display shippers, which we built, these beautiful cardboard display shippers, and it communicates the message to
You're
everyone.
talking end caps. You're going to have to pay for those things.
It's hard to get them, even if you pay for them.
Great job today, but I don't see the retail vision. I'm out.
I understand.
Okay, Robert says he's out, and Aaron says, I understand. And he doesn't push it. He doesn't push it. He actually becomes silent. So wait till we get to the rest of the sharks.
I like the product. I think you're doing great things. You're doing it the exact right way. But when I hear QVC, no disrespect to Lori, when a company's sales are completely dependent on QVC, that's a disaster waiting to happen.
I've got 3,000 stores lined up right now. We're going to be in 3,000 stores.
I understand, but even, okay, put aside QVC, you're still a one product company, right?
Not for long. We've got Scrub Mommy. We've got Scrub Baby for doing baby bottles. I've got a holder that sits it on your sink and it's got drains in the legs. You don't understand who you're dealing with. I am
You're right. Oh, I'm not doubting the scrub market. I'm not doubting you are the scrub daddy, but I'm not a scrub pimp. So I'm out.
That hurts, Mark. I wanted to work with you so bad.
I love that. I love that. Who has the guts to say that to a prospect? That hurts me, Mark. I would have loved to have worked with you, right? But yet, because Aaron had the confidence to say that, because now he's got 3 more sharks that he can pivot and probably do a deal with. So let's keep going.
Mark, QVC does over $8 billion in sales a year, and I've done over $500 million myself.
Yes, you have, and you rotate products in and out of there, and once those products are out, they're out.
How about this deal? $100,000 for 50%. Let's start the bidding there.
All right, you're out.
Okay, good move, Aaron. 100,000 for 50%. Kevin knew he wasn't going to go for that, but in negotiations, you always start higher and then you work downward, right? So, I mean, Aaron's not an idiot, is what I'm trying to say. And if he had to have walked away from the Shark Tank, he would have done that, because 100,000 and 50% of your business, yeah, that's a bad deal. So let's keep going.
I'm somebody who can paint any picture, and I think that Lori is a vicious, backstabbing shark.
That's all true.
But sometimes I love her as well, because she is the QVC queen. So I'm offering $50,000 for 15% if you can raise the rest from Lori and if she wants to do business with me.
Well, here's the thing. You've heard me say before, I can tell instantly if it's a hero or a zero. And I think what you've got here is a hero. No offense, Demon. I don't need you.
You don't.
All right. So Lori, being the woman who has scrubbed pots and pans, sees the beauty in all of this. And I was so glad that she stepped up in this portion of the Shark Tank. Let's keep going.
My offer is $100,000 for 30%. I will get you into infomercial right away, and I'm pretty confident that we could get this into all retail stores across the country within literally weeks.
I'll tell you what I'll do for you.
Okay. Now he's got the millionaires fighting over him. And the whole time he's standing there saying nothing. He's just letting it all play out.
I'll give you $100,000. We'll never agree on what percentage I should get. We're going to change the model completely. You're going to keep the whole company. But I want to be your financier.
Now that's tempting. That is really tempting. He gets to keep his whole company and Kevin wants to be the financier. But there's a catch to that, and you'll see here in a minute.
I want you to give me 50 cents on every unit sold until I get the 100K back. Then it drops to 10 cents in perpetuity.
He just wants to increase your cost of goods sold by 50%. Nothing, right?
Why give up 30% of your company?
Just to sweeten the pot a little bit, I'm going to give you $150,000 for 25%.
Whoa. What are you going to do?
I'm changing my offer, actually. $100,000, but for 25%. The experience, the connections, everything that I have, it will be successful. I am partnered with the best of them.
And Lori she has the connections where the other sharks don't. So that would be a real, if I was in Aaron's shoes, that would be a real perk. And that would really draw me into Lori.
Why give up any part of Scrub Daddy? Think of the relationship you have with this sponge. You're selling this thing out and it's going to cry. It won't be happy anymore.
QVC, infomercial, and into every single retailer worldwide. That's the power of what we can do just by one infomercial spot. I can get you there.
He knows that
I'm not
already.
done.
We've
I'm not
heard
done.
that already. We've heard that already.
I want the answer to one question, all right? Do you think 25% of the equity in your company is worth more or less than 10 cents a unit in perpetuity?
And he's all top. Where's he going to take you?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Because you
Connections are everything.
You keep 25% of this business, which may sell 10 million of these, and you keep it all for yourself.
But you're going to be keeping nothing because he doesn't know how to get this out there.
See what Lori is doing there? And she is pitching now her connections to get Aaron to work with her. And the whole time he's not saying a word. He's letting this whole thing play out. Now, have you ever been in positions when you've done a demo where the two partners that you may be pitching to are kind of fighting back and forth on this? I have. I've been in those situations. And the best thing to do is just to sit back and keep your mouth shut, like Aaron has been doing, and let them talk each other in or out of it. So let's keep going.
Any success, you're an idiot. You don't know what to do.
I know what to do.
Exactly.
I just did a $500 million deal with Walmart. $500 million.
But that doesn't mean anything. What product is it?
Okay, I'd like to review
Wait a second. Let the
offers. They keep
sponge
changing.
speak. And it's saying,
Lori,
go with Kevin.
Aaron, they're like children up here. It's awful. Let's recap.
Yeah,
where
let's
we
recap,
are.
please.
$150,000 for 25%.
Okay.
From Damon. Kevin,
$100,000 for no percent and a tiny tithe of 10 cents. You keep all the equity.
Lori is offering you $100,000 for 25%.
I offered 150 last time.
Whoa, hang on.
I didn't hear
You said
that.
100, Lori.
Oh, well, I changed my mind. 150,000 for 25%. I'll make you a millionaire within a year.
So mine just went to 175.
Whoa!
Is it up to 175?
Yeah.
Mine just went to 2.
Whoa!
The good news is I just made you an extra 100,000. I'm out. I wanted to stick it to her.
Sorry about the commercial there.
Ouch. Wow.
I'll drop the 50 cents down to 25 cents until the 100K is recovered, and then go to 10 cents.
Will you go to 5 cents?
7.5, it's a deal.
Okay, Aaron, you've got 2 offers on the table. What are you going to do?
You have to make up your mind right now.
You don't see the benefit of having me as a partner.
I never said that.
You need to tell me right now whether you're going with me or not, or I'm out.
I'm here for you.
I think your deal is awesome. The equity amount is too much. Would you consider coming down to 20?
Okay, notice what he did there. He was honest. the equity amount is too much. And he asked her to reconsider to drop it to 20%. That takes a lot of guts when you're trying to do, hundreds and thousands of dollars of deals. And so many times salespeople will not have the confidence to ask for what they really want. And that's what I love about Aaron. He didn't say 200,000, 25%, great, let's go. No, he came back and asked, would she consider dropping the 20%? Here's what Lori said.
You know what? I will. I'll go to 20.
We got a deal.
Got a deal.
All right.
Good.
Way to go, Aaron. Woo!
Okay. We're back. And that business went on to making close to $1 billion. I mean, and from what I've read, this is one of the most successfully launched Shark Tank products in the history of Shark Tank. All because Aaron came out with a killer demo. He didn't always answer questions. He let them talk among themselves. He pivoted in negotiations by not accepting the first deal, but waiting to see how it was all going to flush out. And then too many times as salespeople, we rush to close, and Aaron did not do that. So let's recap some of the top moments here, okay? Because when he got objections, he didn't argue the point. He redirects to the potential. That's one of the things that he did. That's textbook objection handling move. And so he did three major things that were good. He opened with a story, not a statement. He opened with a story. Then he did his demo fast, creating curiosity. He wanted questions. He didn't want this glazed over look. That demo took less than 5-6 minutes to do. So you could tell he practiced that over and over again. He handled objections with value pivots. Now, keep in mind that Lori Grenier invested $200,000 for a 20% stake. And as I said, Scrub Daddy went on to generate over $926 million in retail sales by 2023. 2 years later, who knows how much? They've got to be over $1 billion. So it was one of the highest grossing Shark Tank successes ever. There's all kinds of lessons we can learn about this Shark Tank demo. Aaron Krause used a fun yet strategic delivery in his demo. He made a quirky smile face design and a smart temperature sensitive functionality, but did not go into all the technicalities of what this little Scrub Daddy was made out of. He didn't do it. It wasn't necessary. So be sure you're not getting into the features and benefits when it's not needed. So the teachable moment here is from storytelling to unique value proposition to a rapid demonstration and negotiating and knowing when to shut up and listen. Those are all great sales lessons, and I hope you enjoyed that. Would you let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this, because I enjoyed presenting it to you. So let me, we're going to be back on Thursday at 6 o'clock. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do Thursday, but if you like this type of Savvy Sales Lady Live, let me know, and I'm happy to do more. So if you don't have your Scrub Daddy, I'm not affiliated at all. I just know a good product when I see one, and I use it all the time. I hope this helped, and I'll see you on Thursday. So in the meantime, stay savvy.